What's going on, friends? You're watching B-Boy 45, the hospital's TV and radio station. It's a fabulous, wonderful, if not a little bit cold and snowy Thursday here in Colorado anyway. And I've got my friend Maya. Maya, are you there on the line?
Yeah. Hi.
Hey, girl, how you doing today?
I'm great. How are you?
I'm doing good, but I think we're both about to be a whole lot better because you got a special guest. Who do you have with you today?
Judy Greer.
Judy Greer is calling in to Maya's show. Oh my goodness, how cool is that? I know if I get started with the questions, I'm just not going to stop. So Maya, it's your show. You take it away. Go for it.
Okay. Thank you. So first of all, I just want to say thank you so much for calling in. I'm so excited to be talking with you today. I'm just such a big fan of yours.
Oh, thank you.
Yeah, I could just go on and on of everything, all your projects I love. So
thank you.
Yeah. So how did you first discover your love of acting?
I was acting professionally for a while before I even realized how much I loved it. I did ballet when I was a kid in like elementary school and junior high and high school. So I was pretty used to being on stage. But I wasn't that good at it. So I knew that even though I danced a lot, I was going to need to figure something else out for my future. And I heard about an acting program that a girl I went to high school with was auditioning for. And I'm from Michigan, and the acting program was at DePaul University in Chicago. And I decided to audition for it, and I got in, and I went and studied acting in college for 4 years. And then I got my first acting job. I was bartending in Chicago and acting in a play there. I did a movie, like a small role in a movie in Chicago. And it really wasn't until then that I sort of got bit by the bug, as they say. I really loved it. I didn't think I would get work. And so I didn't really take it seriously as a career option for myself. I kind of thought like, well, eventually I'll go back to college and get a master's degree. Maybe I'll teach, maybe I can do community theater somewhere, because I really liked it. But so it was kind of like my first few years of actually acting professionally that I started to really love it. And I started to have fun with it. I was starting to get less nervous.
Oh, wow. That's so cool. So you've been in so many different things, and I was going to list them all, but that would take up our whole interview time. So what has been your favorite role that you've had?
I usually, my favorite role is usually the one that I'm currently playing. And while I'm not shooting anything right this second, I have a TV show on Hulu right now called Reboot, and I loved it. I loved it so much. It was so fun to do. We have such a great cast. The shows are so funny, and I hadn't done a straight up comedy in a really long time, and so it felt very freeing. But usually, like, by the way, I'll warn you, Maya, I am a talker. So you can feel free to tell me to shut up. But I really usually just fall in love with whatever character I'm playing at the moment. So my favorite role always changes.
Oh, cool. Yeah. And I'm a talker too. So.
Oh, gosh.
Yeah. So is there one role that has been the most challenging?
I did a movie this summer that hasn't come out yet called Eric LaRue. And my character in the movie, her name is Janice. She, her journey is very different from a journey I think that Judy would take. And I find that that character, she was challenging, but I find it especially challenging. And this is what I like doing it when I play characters that are very, very different from me. When it's hard for me to agree with the choices that they make, I find that a challenge because I do really respect all the women that I play. And I want to show them, like, I don't know. I don't believe like, oh, I'm playing the villain, so I have to be mean. Like, I still want to have compassion for my characters. So the challenge becomes in those jobs, in those situations, is finding the compassion for someone who I don't agree with. And it's a good lesson for me in life too, right? Because we're just constantly bombarded with ideas that we don't agree with, people we don't agree with. And it's really important in order to get through the day, right? To just find some compassion. So it's taught me a lot in my real life too.
Yeah. Oh, cool. I love that. So you were so funny in Arrested Development, and Reboot is laugh out loud funny. Who are your comedic influences?
Oh gosh. Well, at a young age, definitely I was obsessed with When Harry Met Sally. So Meg Ryan for sure. I loved Muriel's Wedding, and Toni Collette's performance in that movie was so beautiful. And I thought, like, wow, this is a role that, like, this woman is hilarious, but then is so heartbreaking at the same time. But definitely her comedy. And I'm trying to think of, I mean, they are all on pedestals in my mind.
Oh, I love that. So have you ever had a hard time getting a line out because it was too funny?
Yes. Yeah, I was in a movie with John Cena called Playing with Fire.
Yeah.
And this is so stupid. If you watch the movie, I think it's in the outtakes on the DVD, but my character was a biologist and he was a fire smoke jumper. He jumped out of airplanes, basically into fires to fight the fire. And his character was pulling water out of these protected lakes and using them to dump on the fire. And I had a line where I was yelling at him and I'm like, "You're not allowed to take water from my lakes for your dumps." And I couldn't get that line out without laughing. Like, that I couldn't say, like, that your dumps. Like, I just was laughing forever, every single time. And I could tell, like, the first couple times everyone on set was laughing. They're like, "Ah, Judy." And then eventually they were like, "You need to, like, calm down and say this line because we have to move on. Like, we cannot work on this line all day long." But yes, that line was a challenge, telling John Cena he couldn't take my water for his dumps.
So is there something that you do just before filming a scene to help you get into character?
It depends on the job, but I have Spotify and I make a lot of playlists on Spotify. So for me, music helps me get into some kind of mood, whatever I feel like I need to be in. So I have a lot of different playlists. Sometimes I make a playlist for the whole movie. Sometimes I make it just for my character. Sometimes I make a little playlist just for scenes that I've worked on. And I want to, like, it just helps to get me quickly into a headspace that I need to be in. And I have playlists for, like, after work. Like, if I'm shooting something that's really hard and really sad and challenging, I have a playlist for, like, it's called Drive Home Happy. And it's like all the songs that will cheer me up if I've had a rough day.
Oh, I love that. So, what is the best line of dialogue you have read?
Oh my gosh. Um, it's not anything I did, but I laugh every time I think about this one line of dialogue in Modern Family when Sofia Vergara's character uh, says, "What do you think I do every day?" And her husband goes, "I don't know, work out and like one other thing." And she got really mad and she storms off. But like, I always think that's basically what you can accomplish in a day. It's really funny and she gets really mad about it, but he's not wrong. Sometimes really it's always the truth is funny because it's true. I
Yeah.
remember that line of dialogue a lot. If it's a line of dialogue that I've had, uh, that's so funny. Pretty much
Yeah.
anything Kitty Sanchez says is really funny.
Yeah. It is.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, I have recently I've been rewatching I've been rewatching Arrested Development, and then I've been rewatching The New Adventures of Old Christine. And
yeah.
then so like really anything from those two shows just I will think
Every
of.
time.
Yeah, I'll just burst out laughing.
I also
Yeah.
love Ted Lasso makes me happy too.
Oh yeah, me too. Yeah, I also love the show Mythic Quest.
Ooh, I don't know that one.
Oh, it's also on Apple TV.
Okay.
And that's another show that just makes me happy. So, yeah,
I'll have to check it out.
it's really funny. Yeah, so, what has been the most beautiful moment of your career so far?
Ooh, that's a good question. Uh, beautiful moment. Well, I guess I don't know. I really loved making this movie, The Descendants,
Oh,
and I can't really say it's the most beautiful moment because I'm sure that tonight when I'm falling asleep, I'll be like, wait, no, I should have said this moment. But off the top of my head, I think the first time I saw that movie, I was in it. So we were shooting it and I'm there all the time. And I read the story. I mean, I know what's going to happen. But for some reason, like seeing that whole movie from beginning to end for the first time was really like, it was really beautiful. And a goal in my career was to work with Alexander Payne, the director. So to see that I got to do that and that the movie ended up so beautiful and it felt like really special to be a part of that.
oh, cool. Yeah. So, what is something that always makes you roll your eyes when you hear it?
Like anything regarding social media.
Yeah.
I'm like, oh, here we go.
Yeah.
But I get it. And it's fun. And sometimes I like it and sometimes I hate it. I have a love-hate relationship with it. I think probably we all do.
Yeah.
Like some days I love it because I can like search for, cute dogs videos and I'm like, oh my God, this is so great. And then some days I'm just like in like the comparison trap.
Yeah.
But yeah, I would say that my initial response to someone saying the word content, I'm like, oh.
Yeah. I think I'm the same way.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. So is there a show or a movie that you love so much that you would do a reboot just so you could be in it?
I mean, I guess I would say like Well, the things I love so much, I would never want them to change because I think they're perfect.
Yeah.
But like, I always like, most actresses always like to do their Annie Hall, but I always wanted to do my When Harry Met Sally. I love that movie.
Yeah. I love that. Yeah. That movie is just so good.
I know.
Yeah.
It came out at like the exact right time in my life. So it's like very, when you like some movies like just it's kind of like a song or a perfume, like it just means
Yeah.
something different because it was like that. I just like I kind of missed Friends. Like Friends came out when I was
Yeah.
in college and I was busy doing college things. So I'm like kind of seeing it again. Like I'm seeing it, when it came back out on Netflix years ago, like I was like, oh my God. I mean, I'd watched Friends, but it was just like not at a time where I was watching a lot of television. So,
Yeah.
you know what I mean? Like those types of movies and shows, like just hit at the right moment.
Yeah. Yeah, I totally get what you're saying.
Yeah.
Yeah. What or where is your happy place?
Ooh. Pretty much wherever my dog and my husband are. I travel so much for work that I'm pretty good at like blooming where I'm planted, Like
Yeah.
I like can decorate a hotel room like pretty quickly and turn it into like a cozy place to stay for 2 months. Like I pack a lot of scarves and weird blankets and stuff and like candles but if my husband isn't with me, my dog isn't with me, then it's not ever really going to be a happy place. And I started traveling with my dog and it was so great. It was such a great, I did it during the pandemic when I was working because, I couldn't like go out and do anything. So on my days off and stuff, and my dog, she can be a little tricky. So that's why I've never traveled with her before. But then since like I'm going on my first job after being quarantining and like was really nervous about it, and I knew I couldn't like go to restaurants or anything. So I just brought her and I started like going on really long walks with her during the day when I wasn't working and taking her to work and playing with her in my trailer. And it felt like, oh, this is a whole different vibe. Like now I feel like I'm home. So I would say, yeah. I mean, I love my house so much and I'm always happy when I get to be here, but I don't always get to be here. So I travel.
Yeah. Oh, I love that. Yeah. My happy place is wherever my family and my dog is too.
Yeah.
So
Great.
yeah. She's she's an unofficial therapy dog.
So is mine.
Yeah. Because she just senses when you're off, and so she just comes and sits by you and just won't leave your side.
That's so sweet. I feel like I am my dog's therapy person. I feel like I calm her down. And I can tell when she's starting to freak out and I will go and sit by her side.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, I feel like, my family is our dog is that for my family, and then we're that for our dog.
What kind of dog is it?
She's a Plot Hound Boxer mix.
Cute.
Yeah.
So she's kind of big.
Yeah, she's medium. She over the week I wasn't feeling well, so when I would be lying down, she'd come and lie next to me, and there was one point she was literally lying on my legs, just looking up at me, and she's not the smallest dog. No. So I was my legs, I can't really feel my legs right now.
But you also don't want to get her off, right?
Yeah.
Because it's so cozy.
Yeah.
I know. Exactly. Sometimes Mary will curl up on me and I'll have to get up to go to the bathroom or get more water or something. But I'm Well, I can't move now. Never moving.
Yeah. Yeah, our dog is like, she's the perfect weighted blanket.
Yes. Yep.
Yeah. So, my last question for you is, who do you consider to be a real life superhero and why?
Ooh. You ask really good questions, Maya.
Thank you.
Well, the first person that popped in my head for some reason was Michelle Obama. But I think because I just bought her new book and she's on my mind a lot. But I feel like she's been very influential in my life. I don't know her, I've never met her, but her message, and how smart she is, and how, I don't know, she values, like her values in general. And I think what she did for this country with her initiative to like eat healthier, and I don't know, I really think she's kind of like a real life superhero. I feel like I don't know, I'm friendly with Jennifer Garner. She's a good friend of mine, and I feel like she's a real life superhero. I don't know how she does all the things that she does. She might have more hours in the day than the rest of us. But she is pretty special. Like, she's really great. She's working like nonstop with Save the Children. She started a baby food company that is so incredible what they're doing. And she also is an incredible mom. She's an incredible friend. She is an incredible actress. Like, I just don't honestly know how she has time for all that stuff. I feel like she is probably going to save the world.
Yeah. I love that. Yeah. I loved your movie 13.
Oh, I know.
30.
It's
Like,
so good.
yeah, it's just one of my favorite movies. So
Mine too. Thank you.
yeah. Yeah. Well, I mean, like I said at the beginning of the interview, I love everything you do. So
Thanks, Maya.
I can't believe I'm talking to you right now. So thank you so much.
Thank you for having me. I'm sorry my voice is so scratchy, but I didn't want to reschedule.
Well, thank you. Yeah, I hope you keep continuing to feel better.
I will, and same to you. And when I have more stuff come out, maybe we can do it again.
I would love that.
Okay.
Thanks so much, Judy. Appreciate your time today.
Thank you.
Bye. Happy Thanksgiving, you guys.
Bye, guys.
Happy Thanksgiving.
Bye.
Bye.